Colorado. Diamond Dynasty Baseball on tap tonight. It's the Pilots taking on the Phillies. All right, ready to go here. Connor Griffin getting ready to hit.
Number 75, Connor Griffin.
And we are underway.
7 o'clock.
That one clips the outside corner. That's strike two.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Got him looking. Froze him with the heater at the knees. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
That's out. Ball! That pitch is out.
Just settling in here at Coors Field. Pitch misses there.
Inside.
3 balls and a strike.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
And a payoff pitch. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Adley Rutschman. And that one is in the dirt. And that's ball 1. In the air, left field. And that'll do it. Back here in Denver, and today's starter, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport singing.
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Flips it, and he's safe at first.
They'll just put it in play, right? With his speed, that's a hit every time.
Fernando Tatis Jr. stands in now and watches strike 1. There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Go to second and see. Biggins stands at second with no outs. And that is downstairs. And it's 1 and 2. Ground ball left side. Tags the runner for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Here comes Bryce Harper. In the air, left field. Yelich running hard. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. The relay. And now the center fielder, Lance Berkman. Nobody on his team has been better at driving in runs this season, Singy. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Tatis runs. He swings and fouls one off. And ring him up, says Carl Dixon. That's a strikeout. Back here at Coors Field, Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Ketel Marte.
And that one a little below the knees, and it's 1-0. Verlander, the tall righty, 235 pounds, a former first-round pick. back in 2004. Into the outfield, base hit. And a man aboard.
That is it. The left fielder, number 22.
Now it's Christian Yelich.
Ball.
Well, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
That one missing inside. And ball 4, 2 aboard. First and second, no outs. Hyun-Min Ahn, the next to hit. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Here comes Marte around third. He scores and they have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0. First and second and nobody out. Jackson Chourio now at the plate. Next offering is fouled back.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This one in the air right field. Makes a nice running catch. And there's one away. 2 aboard with 1 out. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. Swings through that one.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
On the ground. And that's a base hit. Yelich flies around third. Fires it to the plate. Saves it home. And the runner scores from second. It's 2-zip. Now the third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this.
This one in the air center field. Berkman settles under it. And there's 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Connor Griffin. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring.
Makes the catch. Inning over. Bottom of the second. Stepping in, Adrian Beltre.
The third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Hard hit, right side. Sends it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Cal Raleigh will hit next.
No, inside.
And that misses. And that's ball 2.
Aye.
Next offering is fouled back. Just misses with that one. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The high heat too much on that one. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Didi now. And first offering is fouled off.
Aye.
Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Back here in Denver, digging in, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
Smoked on the ground a second. 1 pitch and 1 out. So digging in, Adley Rutschman. Fly to left his first time.
Adley Rutschman.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
The batter number 4.
2 outs, base is empty. Now at the plate, Ketel Marte. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Aye.
There's a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
The changeup missing. And a count 1-2. He goes down looking. Back here at Coors Field, set for the bottom of the 3rd, Alexei Ramirez digs in now. That one the other way. Hauls it in, 1 away. And now it's going to be Chase Utley. Tap foul at the plate. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball is outside. Popped up. Griffin under it. 2 down. Back to the top of the order. Now here is Sean Figgins. Just missed.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle, and with 2 outs, 1 swing can put you right back in this ball game.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that ends the inning. On to the 4th. Here comes Christian Yelich.
The left fielder, number 22, Christian Yelich.
Nope. Outside.
And now it's even up. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. So he goes the opposite way with that one. So up next, Hyun-Min Ahn.
You know, this group of hitters doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Up and in, and it's 3-0.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. He'll circle the bases. It's their second home run of the inning. Sliced hard but foul. On the ground right side. Low throw, and he can't hang on to it. Adrian Beltre, the next to hit. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
There's one. Throw to first.
No,
Safe.
he's safe.
So the batting order turns over. Connor Griffin now at the plate.
Ball one.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
The flip. Here's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And the lead is now 5-0. Bottom 4, Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, these guys just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
1 away.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Harper, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
That's a ball. Ball 2.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Set down on strikes. And that's 4 strikeouts. Here's the center fielder, Lance Berkman. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled away. Ball 1 low. And there's a ball.
Inside, ball 2.
Good job to fight that one off. Here's a 2-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they have their first hit since the first inning. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He's 0 for 1. On the ground to third, and that chance handled. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Back here in Denver, now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Well, these players showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%. And
now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And that one finds the forest. It's out of here. A soaring shot to center. And now Adley Rutschman. That misses. Ball 1. Look
That
out.
hit him. He's got
That
first.
fastball drilled him. So, man aboard. Here's Ketel Marte. Uh-oh. Back-to-back batters hit by a pitch
Up
now.
next for the Pilots,
Here's
the lefty,
Yelich at the
number 22,
dish. He's
Christian
already homered here in this one. No, this is just unnecessary.
Up next for Tokyo. the
Next to
right
hit,
fielder,
Hyun. And getting the start, Cliff Lee. And Singy, he's a workhorse. Loves pitching deep into his starts. Just about to get
The leadoff
underway.
hitter tonight,
Pete Crow
the
Armstrong. Digs in now.
Crow Armstrong.
In the air out to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Snap throw behind the runner, but he's back in time. Out to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate in Fernando Tatis Jr.
Wood!
That one catches the zone. That's strike two.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a big first out. Two aboard with one out. Juan Soto now at the plate. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 0-1 down.
That's a ball.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Right through there for a strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. A 3-run shot. So 2 down, and now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. He was late there, strike 1. And a big swing and a miss. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. That's the inning. Sean Figgins getting ready to hit. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team.
Ball.
That one at the knees for a strike. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr.
That's a ball.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out.
Tries to get back and save.
Ball.
Figgins on at first, nobody out. There's a swing and a miss.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Runner takes off. This one lifted in the air, left field. Makes the grab. So here is Bryce Harper. And a foul ball. Oh, 1 now. There goes the runner. Caminero on to first, and now 2 gone. So here's the cleanup hitter, Lance Berkman. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Move to second. Safe at second, and he gets back in. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. And that one got a piece of him. Now the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Next offering is fouled back. Going to count 1-2. That one missed. 2 aboard, 2 outs. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Tatis settles underneath it, and that is that. Top of the second, here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero, and he's the home run leader on this team, Singy. That one fouled off. The 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. Here's the 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That K is his 3rd of the game. Didi Gregorius at the plate.
That's in. Ball.
That's in for a strike. And
Right
that gets the top of the zone for a strike. That one to first. Harper takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting ninth, the catcher,
2 outs, base is empty. Will Smith to the plate.
His strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Strike 2. Swings and misses. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Stepping in, Cal Raleigh. Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. He did not go around. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
In the air, left field. Soto really on his horse for it. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. Didi Gregorius steps to the plate. In the air, right field. Tatis under it. And there are 2 outs. Alexei Ramirez, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. On the ground, and foul ball. Laced into left. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's 0-1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back here in Philadelphia, here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. That's one inside.
That's inside.
Ball 1. That's a little bit low. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Sliced hard but foul. And now 2-2. Right side, hard hit. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. To third. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So the inning is still alive with Juan Soto coming to the dish.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use them.
Brings it in with a nice bottom of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Sean Figgins. Figgins measures 5 feet 8 inches, 180 pounds, and he's usually a third baseman, but today starting in the outfield.
That's in.
Well, this probably feels like a day off a little bit, going from that hot corner where you got to be on your toes every single pitch to being able to relax a little bit and have more time to react in the outfield.
Strike 1. That one ripped. Tatis takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1. On the ground to the left. Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
The 0-1.
Hit.
What a stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Start of the fourth. Leading off, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
So, here's an interesting fact about Acuna. He has the most home runs at Truist Park. He passed Freddie Freeman for the top spot in 2023, and I think he might hold that record for a while.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And the 0-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. And here's the first baseman, Carlos Santana. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. This one in the air right field. It falls in, and that's a hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. And it's fouled away. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 0-2 now. Santana stands at first with one out. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So up next, Didi Gregorius. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. And a swing and a miss. Back at Citizens Bank Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Lance Berkman digs in now. Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 1-1 is fouled off. He makes the grab, and a quick out, number 1. Now the third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
The third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
He was all over that one. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Comes up empty.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. That's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. So now here's the DH, Didi Gregorius. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Line drive. He's got it. The relay, throw behind the runner. They've got him doubled off. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the catcher, Will Smith.
That's in. Ball. Ball out.
And another ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That one ripped, but foul. And that's through there for a strike. And now it's 3-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back to the top of the order now. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. Man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Ozzie Albies. Right through there for a strike. Tap foul at the plate. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Ramirez toss to second, and that's 2. Back here in Philadelphia, digging in, Alexei Ramirez. This one in the air, right field, and it's just foul. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong in position, 1 away. So digging in, Chase Utley cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. High fly ball, right field. Tatis gets under it, and there's 2 down. So back to the top of the order. Now here is Sean Figgins. This one in the air. Caminero under this one. And that'll do it. Back here in Philadelphia, stepping in, Fernando Tatis Jr. Ground ball right side, and it's through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're
Harper. There's 1 and 2. What a play. Here's Acuna now. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Line drive, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's the 3rd out. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Well, we go bottom 6. Fernando Tatis Jr. now at the plate. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Swings through that one.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. So 2 strikes on Tatis. Swings and misses, struck him out. Bryce Harper to the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Ball, that's in.
Late with the swing there. In the air, left field. Soto really on his horse for it. 2 down. And now Lance Berkman. Out to short, Gregorius. Slings to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. We go to the top of the 7th. Leading off, Junior Caminero.
Number 13, Junior Caminero.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Whip number 9 for him in this game. 9. Gregorius batting with 1 down takes a strike. Fastball for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 2 outs. Base is empty. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Swings through that one for strike 1. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
3-2 now. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. Now it's going to be Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah!
On the ground, right side. They get the force, and that is back at Citizens Bank Park. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. And there's a foul ball. The 0-1. Out towards right center field. And it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. Really not a pitch you want to swing at if you don't have to, because it's almost impossible to hit anything that far inside with any type of authority. That one tied him up, but still able to guide it into the outfield somehow.
Ball 1 there.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
That's off the mark. Ball 3. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Got him. 1 gone here. 1 out man at first. Didi Gregorius getting ready to hit. Pitch misses there. And that is ball 1. Bounce to the right side. Goes to second for 1. Double play. What a twin. Back here in Philadelphia, we go to the 8th. Ozzie Albies digs in now. That clips the corner. Oh, 0-2 now. That one missed. Swing and a ground ball. Over to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Next to hit, Fernando Tatis Jr. On the ground, out to short. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this. One down. Here's Juan Soto. That's out to center field. Whips on it, and it falls in.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Runners at the corners, one away. And we're in the top of the 8th. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. 2 away. Carlos Santana, the next to hit. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. 2 on, 2 outs. In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Got him swinging. Back here in Philadelphia, onto the bottom of the 8th, Alexei Ramirez now at the plate. Check swing, no appeal, and that's ball 1. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. In the air, right field. And there's 1 away. Here's the second baseman. Chase up.
Now pitching, Zach Griffin.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Ozzie Albies looking to start something with 1 gone. Ozzie Albies in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
That's in there.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They can get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
That's a base hit, and that's a 1-out single.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. Over to Albies. Throw to first, but he beat it. And here is Fernando Tatis Jr. Foul ball there. Figgins leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across, because it's not going to get any easier.
And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. All set to start the 9th in this one. Junior Caminero getting ready to hit. There's a strike.
That big curve inside's a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of hand, and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
Swings through it for the K. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. Didi Gregorius digs in now. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Full. Goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a sinker. The 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
All right, so in this at bat, he's seen a couple of off-speed pitches, now back-to-back fastballs. In this count, you definitely got to stay back. Make sure you don't get out in front, and be prepared to shorten up and hit the ball the other way.
Oh, that hit him. Gets it there in time, though, and they... Back at Citizens Bank Park. All set for the bottom of the ninth. So Harper stands in. Puts a bunt down. Not in time. He's safe.
Waste no time there. On defense, you're basically giving that up when you choose to use the shift. We still don't see it all that often, but when someone really needs a hit, it's sitting right there on a platter for him.
The lefty, the 1-0.
No, that's up.
Just
Ball,
missed.
that's high.
Albies. The underhand flip. One at second. A double play. That might send some folks towards the exits. 2 gone. Base is empty after the double play. Adrian Belt. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Around first. Digging for 2. To second, but he beats the throw. Save. So runner at second, 2 down. Cal Raleigh, the next to hit. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 1. Foul ball. Britton is just 1 strike away.
Nope, ball.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Got him, and that's the ball game. The shutout.
If it's over, it's over.